Pauline Knott, the team leader at the Early Childhood Intervention Program. It's a program part of Merri Health. There's an early intervention program for children and families with disability under the age of 6 years. We've got a range of children in our program. Some of our children have a diagnosis of autism, some have a developmental delay, a whole range of issues that families come to us with. We work with families usually in their homes. It's essentially a home visiting program and or community based. So we'll also go to childcare and kindergarten settings, anywhere in fact. It could be Jimbaroo or the local library. The natural settings in which children are spending their time are the places that we want to be. Our role particularly is to support the adults in that child's environment, in that child's learning environment. This means that parents or carers are the key individuals that we're working with, and our role is to support them in knowing what to do, how to support, how to develop their child's skills.
Hi, my name's Gabby. I'm a mum of 2 children. I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. My 5-year-old has been diagnosed with autism age 3. I was a nurse and a naturopath in a previous life, so that's been a strong guide as to how we approach our intervention process. My first experience was extremely gentle and extremely easy. I think that as anyone who walks into a new situation in a vulnerable position, it's very helpful when people are informative but also gentle in the process. So my first experience was walking into some friendly faces with some like-minded parents and some similar children. It was very safe, and it was a place where I felt like I could learn and collaborate for the betterment of my son. So it was a really good experience. I think the last year and a half that we've been here, we've seen some amazing developmental shifts for my son. We take a very multifactorial approach. We look at different interventions, biomedical, naturopathic. We look at medical interventions. We also use occupational speech and also psychology. We also utilise the services here in terms of helping us coordinate all of those. So through those interventions, we've seen Jack increase his social skills. His proprioceptive skills, knowing where he is in space or time, has significantly increased. His ability to participate in a group and actually accept group rules and group expectations has increased. His appropriateness in one-on-one interactions has also improved, and we've also seen that aggression diminish. And annoying issues like toilet training were very well managed and supported by the staff here, and we've seen massive changes in that too. So he's come a very long way from really struggling with his childcare experiences to really being school ready by the end of the year, so we couldn't be happier.
We try to apply evidence-based practice. When you're looking at the sorts of things we might do with families, and it could be story reading, it could be music time, singing songs, rhymes, it could be simply just chatting in a family routine. All of those have very strong evidence base for facilitating children's learning. So we're very keen to be able to help families to be able to integrate those sorts of things into their daily experiences with children.
So as well as having a 5-year-old lad, I've also got a 3-year-old daughter. Her name's Tilly, and she is neurotypical, seemingly at this stage. And what's really lovely for her about Foundations is that we can come here as a family. Jack can have his needs met, but she can also play. She can enjoy the other children, enjoy our music time, enjoy our play time. So she's in a therapeutic environment, but it's not an environment where she's limited to just be a normal girl having a really good time. She can do both, and we can all do both. So it's actually really good for all of us individually as well as a family.
Under the National Disability Insurance Scheme, families will be able to access Foundations from the point of planning. They'll usually be referred through to the service, the government service, and at that point they'll sit down with a planner to work out the sorts of services that their child may be eligible for. They're able to indicate in that meeting who they'd like to be involved with and with one of those services.